I'm currently knee-deep in the Titan of Boleros on Audible, and man, the world building is just exploding. But today, I need to talk about the people inhabiting this world. What makes the Wandering Inn special isn't just the levels, it's that there are zero Mary Sues. Everyone is flawed, everyone is real, and everyone has a motive. Honestly, some of them are just plain annoying. Today we're talking favorites, villains, and the sheer genius of Andrea Parsneau's narration. Before we hit the list, we have to rave about Andrea Parsneau. The way she handles the distinction between species, the clicking of the Antinium, the gravelly goblin voices, the high society accents of Magnolia's Circle, it's mind-blowing. It's not just male versus female voices, it's a masterclass in vocal acting. One thing that absolutely floors me about Andrea Parsneau's work is the vocal consistency. Most narrators have 5 or 6 go-to voices, but Andrea has hundreds. She gives every single character from the smallest goblin to a high-ranking drake a distinct cadence, accent, and pitch. It's reached the point where I don't even need Pirateaba to write said bird or snarled Zevara. As soon as she takes a breath and hits that first syllable, I know exactly who is speaking. It's like watching a full-cast production. But it's all coming from one person. She isn't just a narrator, she's a master of the craft who makes the world feel three-dimensional. She is the reason this 40-hour book feels like 10 minutes. If you aren't listening on Audible, you're missing out. First up on my favorites is Bird the Antinium. This guy is pure, unadulterated chaos, and I love every second of it. He is simple, he is Bird, and he likes birds. Specifically, he likes to shoot them and eat them. He's technically the most immature individual in the hive. Honestly, he makes Misisha look like the adult in the room sometimes, but he is easily the purest. He just wants to be part of the family. I love how he creates these random, off-the-wall songs about whatever is happening. It's so innocent, but also hilarious because he's a lethal archer who doesn't quite realize how terrifying he is to everyone else. He provides that much-needed light in a world that gets dark fast. He's just Bird, and we love him for it. Next up is Ksmvr. I have a huge soft spot for him because he is basically the little brother of the Horns of Hammerad. The dynamic between him and Pisces is top-tier comedy. Pisces totally leans into that older brother role, getting Ksmvr to believe almost anything he says, no matter how ridiculous. One of my favorite funny moments has to be during the Rains of Liscor. Ksmvr decides he needs to overcome his fear of water, and watching him try to navigate the flooding and the rain with that Antinium logic is just peak Wandering Inn humor. But don't let the naivety fool you. When he was separated from the Horns and ended up in Selim, we saw what a prognogutter is truly capable of. The way he manipulated those arrogant adventurers, took out an entire bandit camp solo, and completely dominated the room was incredible. He proved he doesn't need the team to be a threat. Oh, and we can't forget his ultimate big brother protection move. When the Horns were arrested, he straight up lied and threatened to declare war on behalf of the Antinium just to get them out. That loyalty, S tier. Now we have to talk about Pisces. On the surface, he's this arrogant, easily annoyed necromancer, but he is low-key the most helpful person in the series. Think about it. He spent ages playing with Mersha just so she could get that wand. He helped Celes with the flamecoat armor, and he was right there with Olesm when they were digging through the palace library. He even created Tauren, which was a bit of a disaster, but it came from that spark of genius, and his patience. He answers every single one of those Antinium questions like a tired but dedicated older brother. He even used his skills to help Evelyn with her silver arms. And after all that hero work, the man just wants to eat. But here is why I'm terrified. His teacher, knowing he studies under Azkarash, puts a massive target on his back. In The Wandering Inn, characters are gray and complex. I'm genuinely scared for where his path is leading. Now we have to talk about the Goblins. Pyrite and Aaron's Elite 5 have more honor and more heart than almost any human in this series. Their journey was heartbreaking. From 13 warriors down to just 5, the Red Fang Goblins eventually made their way to the Wandering Inn where they met Aaron. Honestly, I felt so sorry for how they were treated by the world. They didn't want conquest, they just wanted to be. They just wanted to live. And Pyrite? Man, I'm going to miss him. His comedic timing with his, gas emissions was legendary, but beyond the jokes, he was a bridge. I'm so glad he passed on his knowledge to Numb-Tongue. Who knew that his habit of eating anything and everything actually had a tactical reason? That mining class Numb-Tongue unlocked and inherited from Pyrite is a game changer, and it's definitely going to help the Wandering Inn family grow. It just goes to show, never underestimate a goblin. Now let's move to the high society side of things. I'm fascinated by Magnolia Reinhardt and the Flowers of Izril. These noble ladies with their unique powerful skills add such a cool political layer to the story. I especially loved the scene where the black roses were delivered. Seeing how each lady reacted by showcasing her unique power was such a boss moment for all of them. And can we talk about Rizza? The constant battle to keep Sugar away from Magnolia is some of the best comic relief in the Noble chapters. The voices here are so distinct too. I love the contrast between Bethel and Thomas. Bethel has all these quirks and a bit of an attitude, which is the total opposite of Thomas, yet they are so clearly in love. And then there is Reynold. He is the absolute definition of don't mess with the staff. He's basically the ultimate getaway driver. Remember when he drove that carriage straight through a goblin horde just to pick up Cell Shivertail? His driving skills are top-notch, and he stays perfectly calm the entire time. He's a legend. Now for the hot take. I cannot stand the people of Liscor and how they treat goblins. Olesm, Zevara, and Embria, who is Relsi's daughter, they are all just so closed-minded. I get it. History is messy and painful, but their deep-rooted biases are just infuriating to listen to at times. These characters are technically just doing their jobs, but the level of prejudice is exhausting. I especially didn't like how Olesm started that magazine using Erin's ideas without even offering her anything for it. For a strategist, he can be incredibly narrow-minded. Now, I'll admit, he did redeem himself a little bit by writing that analysis of the Battle of Liscor in favor of the Goblins. That was a start, but he has a long, long way to go. He's getting there, I think, but man, it's a slow process. And don't get me started on Laken. The way he treated Rag's tribe before the Battle of Liscor, that was a massive villain turn for me. Now, I can't entirely blame him. He's an emperor trying to build a nation, and he did eventually realize he was on the wrong side during that battle. But it was too little, too late. He knew he was wrong for attacking Rags, yet he still provided those trebuchets to Lord Velcros. That was just frustrating. And why capture the goblins? Taking the shaman and pebble snatcher? Ugh. As an emperor, he has a lot to answer for. As for the other subplots, I'm still not really feeling the clown or the doctor yet. I do love the United Nations idea, and seeing a different type of runner like Luon, the rower, is cool, even setting up the clinic. But Geneva's attitude, it gets so frustrating. Luckily, there's that Selfid insider. Oops! Nobody heard that. I'm just curious to see how all these scattered pieces finally connect to the main group later on. I have to admit, I used to find Ryoka so annoying. In the first few books, her attitude was a lot to handle, but her development, it's some of the best I've ever seen. She's become incredibly self-aware. She's taking active steps to change her toxic traits, and that makes her one of the most relatable characters in the story. She's actually trying to be better. Though I have to say, I was a little disappointed that the book titled The Wind Runner didn't feature her nearly as much as I expected. I miss her genius. But man, her journey has been brutal. It was absolutely heartbreaking to lose Ivelet, the Frost Sprite, and that gut-wrenching ending where Erin asked Ryoka to leave because the Inn family just couldn't look at her. That hurt. And let's not forget the literal stakes here. Ryoka actually died and had to be revived by a dragon. You don't get a more dramatic wake-up call than that. Seeing her claw her way back from being that annoying person to someone who truly cares has been an incredible ride so far. And finally, we have to talk about the magical door. Honestly, it is the coolest plot device in the series. It's what makes the story literally wander while keeping the heart of the action in Liscor. I am so excited about this door reaching more parts of the world. Imagine it connecting to Inversil or even across the oceans to the other continents. Can you imagine the United Nations crew or the other humans from Wistrom just popping in for dinner at Aaron's Inn? I can't be the only one looking forward to that. That kind of collision between all these different stories is why I keep listening. No one is perfect in this world, everyone is flawed, and that's exactly why it feels so real. I can't wait to see where the door opens next. Who is your favorite TWI character? Are you Team Liscor or Team Goblin? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We're on the road to 10 subs.